Mark Scott was at the Emirates.
The winning goal, a moment of quality from Roberto Eze's first Premier League goal for you. Was it written in the stars it would be against his old team?
Probably as well, and the way he celebrated as well. Yeah, the technique is unbelievable. It's a really difficult ball to make the contact that he's done with that quality. But yeah, we needed something against a team that is so well organized. Chaotic moments are very important. We find a way to score and win the game.
18, 19 months ago, they lost 5-0 here, yeah, and it's now we are disappointed. And this, I love this ambition, I love this attitude. And yes, that doesn't mean that we're winning every single game in the Premier League, and it's just where we are at the moment. But I love that nobody is now laying back and saying, "Oh, it's all good. It was a tight game, and we were competitive, and it's all good." No, the performance was good, and now, yeah, we want to improve.
We know how difficult it is. I mean, we suffer every week to win football matches in this league, and you see the results every single week. So yeah, it's going to be a long run. Let's try to go back again.
Just finally though, consistency is one thing that you need to have. Belief is another. Is belief high right now given the way things are going?
Yes, especially winning helps, and winning and competing the way we are competing. Obviously the emotional state is really high, but a lot of things to improve and get better.
Well, they are looking to improve. What they have got, in contrast to Manchester City, is a range of goal scorers. Their last 9 goals have been scored by 9 different players, the most recent of which, of course, Roberto Eze against his former club, Crystal Palace. What isn't a surprise, Theo, it was a well-worked set-piece.
We're talking set pieces again, right? Yeah, of course. I mean, it's all down to the delivery, of course. It comes down to this. But when you have players that are willing to affect the game and to actually go for the ball and not be afraid of it, we've seen it numbers and numbers of times. It's the second ball. Eze, the skill, the quality I can talk about. However, I want to just pick out Wharton here, who I think's outstanding going forward. However, in this position here, you need to position yourself side on and see Eze, sense danger. He doesn't sense danger, it's probably his one weakness. He has many strengths, but about the finish itself is incredible. And it's the game changer, should we just say. And Eze is a player that he's made for Arsenal. He really is. But the set piece is all about the delivery. Declan Rice, his delivery has been incredible. And of course, you look at the stats there of the open plays, the one factor they would want to improve. However, Arsenal at this moment in time are winning games in all kinds of different ways. They've got loads of different patterns, and they're so consistent with the players they want to try and target, and Gabriel's the main threat.
And is this the kind of game that kind of ability from set pieces was made for? One of those games that's post the European fixtures in midweek, when neither side are really playing at their best in terms of open play. Is that when the set pieces come into their own?
Well, Palace didn't score. It's the first time they haven't scored this season against the team, and Arsenal, of course, understand their danger. They caused them problems last year. I think these are the games last year Arsenal dropped, West Ham, Fulham, and Palace, they dropped 7 points. So these are the games where essentially it comes down to with the set-piece side of things. But look, Arsenal at this moment in time have not many weaknesses, and they just get through games without performing well. It wasn't the best game to see today.
They love defending.
They just love defending. Even the attackers now, don't they? They all love it.
They do. Enjoy it. It's amazing.
Yeah, because Mikel Arteta said they're suffering to get through games. Does he mean that they're working hard, that they're putting themselves through it, Danny?
Yeah, I think he means all of them as a collective are really pushing their limits to make sure they defend so well and limit other teams from doing it. I mean, these stats are phenomenal, really. You work on it in training, but you need to have a group of players on board with it, and that means the ones who are disappointed they didn't play midweek now they're playing Saturday, or the ones who are coming off the bench at 64, 68 minutes when they need the same intensity. I mean, Martinelli's been a great example of coming off the bench this season and doing lots of good things. Yeah, when you have a foundation like that, you can afford not to score that many goals. And the other thing for Arsenal as well, the players, they've got to come back. Yeah. They've got players who are going to come back and give more competition for places. And when you get more competition, you get a higher level of performance. It's sad worrying, to be honest.
Yeah. And a way for them to keep everybody fresh as well as they head into the end of the season, and taking advantage, of course, of Liverpool and Manchester City dropping points with defeats this.
I thought it was a fantastic technique for him to keep that ball down into the bottom corner.
Yep, no celebrations from Eze against his former club either. His first Premier League goal in an Arsenal shirt. Let's get some reaction from the Arsenal dressing room, beginning with the manager. Here he is, Mikel Arteta.
A massive win. Obviously, we knew the difficulty of it, and consistently to win. It's very, very difficult. Big credit to Palace as well, the way they are set up, the way they are organised, individually, how they fulfil the roles. It makes it really, really difficult for us. We knew that. We know that the longer the game went, probably the game will open up a little bit more. We find a way to score a goal against a really well organised in terms of bodies and behaviours in the box, and after that the second half it was more open, we were a bit more fluent, we had some openings, we didn't score the second one, and when you done that against that team, you are in danger because they score in every goal in the Premier League till today. So we knew that the clean sheet it was going to be difficult, but we have managed to do it.
Yeah, you've kept clean sheets for fun this season, but how satisfying is it to do it against the Palace side, who have been scoring lots of goals and creating lots of chances? What was the key to that today?
Well, the level of concentration and focusing a lot on defensive habits. It's a team that in 2 passes they are in front of goal. So the further the ball is, the more dangerous they are. And you have to recognize that. But it's easier to say it with the video and doing that rather than do it on the pitch. And you could see the moments that they could open you up a little bit and have a space to run. They are super difficult size set pieces. They are incredibly strong as well, from long throws, from corners. And we have restricted them to very, very little.
The winning goal, a moment of quality from Roberto Eze's first Premier League goal for you. Was it written in the stars it would be against his old team?
Probably as well, and the way he celebrated as well. Yeah, the technique is unbelievable. It's a really difficult ball to make the contact that he's done with that quality. But yeah, we needed something against a team that is so well organised. Chaotic moments are very important. We find a way to score and win the game.
And you're showing the consistency that some of the regular title contenders aren't right now.
Yeah, but it's very early in October. We know how difficult it is. I mean, we suffer every week to win football matches in this league, and you see the results every single week. So, yeah, it's going to be a long run. Let's try to recover now very well for Wednesday, different competition. We had some issues as well with some players today, and go back again.
Just finally, though, consistency is one thing that you need to have. Belief is another. Is belief high right now, given the way things are going?
Yes, especially winning helps, and winning and competing the way we are competing. Obviously, the emotional state is really high, but a lot of things to improve and get better.
If you want to compete and want to fight for the titles, you have to win these kind of games. And we know how tough it can be. Last year we lost points against Palace, and I think everyone's seen as well. It wasn't an easy game, but everyone knows how hard it is to win Premier League games. So very important, and I think. The team showed character, which something to be proud of.
Looking at the defensive record, another clean sheet for you. How satisfying is that, considering that Palace have been right up there when it comes to creating chances this season?
Yeah, it's a foundation. You know, the most important thing is the 3 points. If that comes with a clean sheet, it is amazing. But it says a lot about how hard we fight and how well we defend together. So again, it's a good thing. Loads of things to do better still. I think if you look at today's game, a lot of things to take, but also a lot of good things to take away, and just keep improving game by game, day by day, and yeah.
Yes, Yuri and Timber, part of that back line that have now kept 10 clean sheets in 13 games in all competitions, and they've still conceded just 3 goals all season. I mean, what a foundation Arsenal are having to go and win football matches.
Yeah, they can cope with injuries, you know, to centre-backs. Gabriel and Saliba, for me, are the 2 best centre-back partnerships in the league. He's picked up an injury again today, Saliba. I think he's nursing an injury, so perhaps they didn't want to take any risks with him. Mascara can come in and take his place. Calafiori, we know, across the back line, can play in there. Lewis Skelly is cover there for that position. And we've got Julian Timber, who, in my opinion, is the best fullback in the league. I think he can do everything. He's a top draw player. And Ben White, who's an international footballer, if he chooses to be, and he can't even get a game at the moment. So the midfield, they've got a load of options. Odegaard in recent years,
Kev, Mickey first.
Waters, panic stations. How are we going to create? Now they've got, you know, Madueke out on the side, who's injured at the moment.
Havertz is out.
You've got Saka, who's playing as a little superstar. Kukureya, who's just finding his way playing for Arsenal. They've got everything. You know, you look at the challenges at the moment. If it's Man City, if they was to lose Erling Haaland, I think we would all agree that their challenge is over. And even though he's not playing well, if Virgil van Dijk dropped out at the moment with the cover they have, Liverpool, at that position, their challenge is over. So for me, it's Arsenal's to lose. I think they've got it two hands on it at the moment, I would suggest. They just need, unless there's an epidemic again and they lose load of players, they will win the league. There's no doubt about that. They've had the upset of not being able to get over the line and being so close. They've had that experience. I think they will go one step further, Steve. I really do.
I mean, it's very early days, as Mikel Arteta says, in October, but we've seen the standard of the league in the last few seasons. And if you do get a big lead, some clubs find it difficult to get that back.
Yeah, and everyone would rather have the points in the bag rather than trying to chase later on. But just listening to the noises up till this point this season, and even listening to the interviews, they know the significance of every single game and every single point that's available. They're talking about last season when they drew in a couple of games and let points slip away from them. And even though they were playing really well last season, if you don't get all 3 points on offer, suddenly, 5 or 6 games later, you've slipped too far behind to compete. You're out of the title race. Whereas this season, they know the significance of every single point of every single game.